Firstly, thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me.
So I've gone through a profile and came to know that you are a veterinary doctor.
Yes, I'm a vet.
So I thought to tell about you and your work to my audience.
That's very great work for me. I think that that's a very big honor for me to do my job because that's not um, only for animals, yes, but that is also for humans because human beings because that's they are friends and we help not only animals but also uh, owners of these animals. So too too much work every day and too much and we are too busy, but we have a time to speak, and that's a pleasure for me to see you. So yes.
So before talking about your work, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
I'm Illia Pronko, and I live in Ukraine. I live in Kiev, in Ukraine. I work as a vet for 4 years, and I think that's all. Really, that's all.
So who my grandfather also he's a veterinary doctor
Mhm.
and he's a experienced veterinary doctor. He used to tell me about the animals and how they behave and all. But when I saw you and your photos, you treating different animals, so it is really making me think a lot. So can you tell your experience with your experience as veterinary doctor?
Yes, I work with different species of animals. That's are tigers, lions, rhinos, elephants, everything. Because of I'm not only a small animal doctor, but also a doctor who work with zoo, yes, and we help different um, uh, different zoo in our country to treat animals. We also we have our clinic, yes, but we have some work also in other, not only in other cities, but also in other countries. And yes, if you saw my pictures, you know what I do, and I think that audience of you, yes, can also see the link in my Instagram there. That's I think that's interesting because of our environment is bad. In all planet has bad environment, and our work is to help animals. But your work, yes, people, all people, is to be uh, planet. I don't know, planet safety. Yes, so. Uh, so that we do our work together.
So what is your inspiration to become a veterinary doctor? Who inspired you?
uh, Good question, my friends, because I thought that I always thought that I will work with animals because I always always like to watch National Geographic, Nat Geo Wild. That's my channel that I love. And then I understood that not only watch, yes, but also treat them. That would be great.
So you see different animals and you see what is there inside the bodies of different animals. You know the mechanism of it. So what do you feel about when you're treating a tiger? So what will be your mindset when it get affected with something?
That's very dangerous to work with them. And I think if I really understand the question, the first thing that I thought was, oh my God, how to do it. But then with this background that I have today, yes, me with my team, um, we haven't got any fear, we haven't got any problems because of we understand that that's just like a cat, for example, yes, and nothing special, only it's a little bit bigger than cat.
So what is the biggest animal you treated?
Hmm. The biggest animal. That was, I think, a bear. That was bear, and I really don't remember what weight it was, but it was really, really big. And that was also a rhino, but that was only that was not an operation because we are surgeons and we do surgery fast every day. But in this case, we only talked about it nearby with him, yes, and that was like I don't know how in English it would be. Um, so yes, I think rhino and bear, they are the biggest.
So what is the common thing that is there in all the animals that you treat?
Uh, I think that hmm, hmm, good question. Mm, hmm. I think that the best is not to treat, yes, but to prevent. So if you can avoid some operation, it would be great.
So why do animals get affected?
A lot of reasons. A lot of reasons because they are ill like humans. Every animal, um, every human has his own illness. For example, cancer, or for example, it is some injuries with they live together, yes, for example tigers, they live together in voliere, and they can injure themselves when they are playing, or they have some intestinal problems, and there are a lot of reasons, really, some psychological problems that can cause the illnesses. So a lot of.
So as a human being, are you able to understand the feeling of the animal?
I think that it is. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. So when you every day work with them, you start to feel them. That's like you. You, for example, feel people with what they think and what they work. You understand people, and we understand animals.
Do you feel scared while treating to animals? I mean, treating animals.
Sometimes, but we work with narcosis, and they always sleep because we cannot go to the tiger without narcosis. So if we are near them, they always sleep. So we have only fear that something goes wrong. Not about That's not a fear about ourselves, yes, but that's a fear about them because we don't know the physiology of them before the narcosis, and something can go wrong.
So, from when humans started giving treatment to the illness of the animals,
From when?
yeah,
You mean in zoos or where?
in the history.
Oh, that was I don't know, 2000 years ago, 100% more over 2000 years ago, before Christ.
So, as a human beings, how far we came to under how far we came and how good we can understand the animals' bodies.
That's always that was always the target of universities of veterinary medicine. So if you, for example, want to work with animals, you need to um, start university and finish university, and there you can, oh, not you, but I mean the people who wants, yes, it can he can um, analyze and study the physiology and anatomy of these animals. For example, uh, human doctors, yes, they study only one body, and we must study 10 body, for example, yes. So cats, dogs, horses, cows, and so on and so forth.
So, personally, what kind of research you do in order to understand your work?
Uh, what research I did, you mean?
Yeah, what kind of research you do in order to understand the mechanism of the bodies of animals?
For example, recently I finished my master degree in Kiev, in one of the Kievan universities, and the theme of my work was anesthesiology and narcosis in wild animals uh, that live in Ukraine. And for example, for my specialty, that is necessary to do to understand and to know the anatomy and physiology, and not only this, because that's only a basic, yes, but also a lot of some points of views how to do narcosis and how the animals behave when they are in narcosis.
Are you able to connect with the animals that you are treating?
Um, Only when they are sleeping. Yeah.
So, what is the toughest thing that you faced in your life?
Repeat the question, please.
What is the toughest thing that you faced in your job?
Uh, toughest, that's bad or good?
Anything that you felt it is very tough to me to solve the problem.
Um, hmm. Um, my work is so interesting that I really don't know how to answer your question, my friend. But ah, hmm, I think that if there are some solutions that we have, there are a lot of solutions. There are a lot of solutions that we must have every day, and that we must solve. There are a lot of problems, yes, that we must solve every day, and sometimes that is not so easy to take them. But I think that thanks God, sometimes we have really true solutions for any problem that we have.
So I can see you are treating lion and tiger and wild animals. So how is that experience?
Um, Thanks God, that's a very great experience. Not every vet not in only in my country, but in whole world. Not every veterinarian can um, take part in a work with these animals, and I'm very glad to have a possibility to do this. For example, my chef, yes, my boss, he was the doctor in Kiev Zoo for 20 years, and he always studied me how to work with these animals, and every day I see something new. Mm, so that's a very great experience, and we have very good background.
What is your specialization?
Anesthesiology and surgery.
So from last years you are practicing it.
From
From last 4 years,
Yes, yes.
right? So before that you have theoretical knowledge.
Uh, Repeat, please.
Before 4 years you have theoretical knowledge.
Yes, I had my bachelor degree, and I got the basic knowledge of veterinary medicine. And in this time, I worked in with my specialist in my clinic, Univet, Universal Veterinary Help for every species.
Can you able to give treatment to any animal on this planet?
Good question. I think my chef, yes, he can. But me, I'm only have a 4 year of this work, so no. Only big cats, only dogs, and some of the zoos animals, yes, but not every, unfortunately.
So what is the difference between social animal and wild animal?
They are more dangerous, and mm, they don't understand that you want to help them. They think that or your food or your enemy. So they don't understand that you want to help them. For example, cats, yes, or dogs, sometimes they understand that you do them good. But tigers, they are always afraid, they always attack, and they always um, they're they're wild. They're wild, and you cannot understand what is in his eyes, for example. You don't know when, and you don't know how it would attack you, and that's some problem in our work. Yes. So we need sometimes to stop our operation to control the if everything is okay, if nobody is hurt, and so on and so forth.
So I can see you are treating different animals. So do every animal have the same way of the same things that is running in the body?
Uh, I think that there are a lot of types of animals, and they you can I think we can I don't know. There are a lot of groups of animals. For example, big cats or horses. For example, big cats, there are lions, tigers, leopards, and another species. For horses, that's the Brazilian horse, zebras, and they have a similar problems, and they have a similar fast similar bodies, and if you know the principles of treating animals, you can solve the problem that they have. Not, but we cannot really know everything about, for example, zebras, or we cannot know everything about the horse of Brazilian horse. We know about our domestical horses, and we can make this information useful for us to in treatment of wild animal, for example.
So you treat all the animals, the flying one and the water animals and the animals which are there in the forest.
Yes, yes, but our we specialize on a zoo veterinary medicine. So we are not always connecting with the wild animals that live in forests or in wild. But sometimes we have uh, some work with these species, for example, deers, and yes.
So you said that you're trying to understand the feelings of the animals. So uh, so you also said that it is dangerous. So did any animal tried to attack you?
Um, they trying to make themselves safe, and that's not always the attacking. Yes, that's can be they can run away, for example. So their target is to be alive, and they are or attacking or running away.
So what are the common problems that they face?
The common problems in our work are people, unfortunately. So, for making our job good, we need to connect people, and that's the hardest thing in our work, even if it is domestical animals. So we must um, talk with people to make them understand what is going on with their animal, and what is going on and why, and that sometimes take a lot of time, and sometimes they take a lot of nerves of ours, and I think that's the most that's the hardest thing in our work, connecting with people.
So human doctors, can able to understand every human being who is there in every part of the world, because the structure, the mechanism is almost same. But when it comes to your job, you are treating different types of species. How is that?
Um, yes, you have right because you're right because um, we also can treat animals, for example, in America and in um, I don't know, in India too, because the cats are everywhere the same, and the tigers are everywhere the same. Yeah.
So understanding human body, understanding animal's body, which is easy.
Oh, I don't know really because there are a lot of milliards of dollars that are helping to understand the human body. And on veterinary science, there are not so many investment. So I think that human body is more, I don't know, not more difficult, but it is more, um, even the cat is difficult to understand, and the human body is very, very difficult to understand. And but there are a lot of money, yes, that are in medicine, and that is why I think that human body is um, more learned, yes, in the world.
So on this planet, human is treating other species, giving medicines and trying to fix the problems of different animals. But why other animals are not treating human beings?
Um, oh, I think cats are treating human beings every evening because because that's our psychology, and they understand our right.
So we as a human beings can able to understand and communicate and connect and uh, can can know what each other is feeling with the expressions. But how can you understand? Because you are putting efforts and you're putting your mind on lion sometimes, sometimes tiger, sometimes bear, sometimes dog, cat. So different animals behaves in different ways. So how you are able to adopt your mindset to it?
That's interesting question. I think that all depends on the time that you spend in on your work. For example, um, cats are simple to understand and talk to, but for a lot of people who are not connected with animals, that's difficult. So that's the same situation is with tigers. When you start to make shoot with flying syringe, we work such, yes, for make them sleep. You see the eyes of a tiger, yes, like in that song, eyes of a tiger, and you um, you're waiting like not like a hunter, I think, but like old um, prehistorical people, yes, they're waiting for a shoot. We are waiting for a shoot to make them safe.
So, what will be the feelings of the animals after your treatment?
Uh, After all, they are sleeping and they don't understand what's going on. So sometimes that's have a name delirium when they have problems with their understanding what's going on, and they also in this position they can attack. So when they're waking up, we are out of their cage.
So, you live in Ukraine. In Ukraine, the tiger or the lion or bear uh, 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 and those animals are same from the animals which are there in Africa.
uh, for us, huh, all these animals live only in zoos, and they don't live in the wild. They don't live in the wild, so I think they're not so healthy as the animals that are in the wild, for example, in India. Because I know that a lot of species they are native for your country.
So, you already said the common problems that animal faces. So, what are the reasons? Climate conditions or psychological problems or
Um, hmm. First of all, that's the environment that we live. Not only animals, but we too. The climate change and environment. So the animals that are not in their native habitat, yes, they are not so healthy as their relatives in the wild, and not only because of environment, but also feeding of them. Sometimes people in their positions in zoo don't know how to treat animals there, unfortunately, really.
so after giving treatment, will you observe animals for some time in order to uh, uh, come to a conclusion that that is completely all right?
Yes, of course. We are always connected with the zookeeper. Yes, we always work in pairs, and after, for example, day or 10 days, we also get an information about the animals we treated.
So, what was the first animal that you treated?
Uh, that was the African lion. Yes.
And the last one?
The last one was a tiger in Kharkiv Zoo. That's a city in Ukraine. And yes, a tiger.
So, totally, how many animals you gave treatment for?
I don't remember. I cannot count them.
So, do the animals will be friendly with you or
I think that in the deep of their brains, they understand that we made good for them. But if I would be near with some tiger, it would eat me. That's all. Yes.
so you know you understand every part of the body of tiger and lion.
Not very, unfortunately, because that's a soft tissue and that is a living being and that is very difficult to know every part of the body. I mean, very. I mean, in a cellular, yes, but in general, yes. So we know a lot about them. We know the anatomy of a cat, for example. We studied the anatomy of the cats, and that can be useful information for us in the work with tigers or some many other big cats.
Other than dog or cat, why other animals are not friendly with human beings?
Uh, you mean domestical animals or wild animals?
The wild animals.
Oh, I don't know. I think that in the future we could find the possibility to talk with them and to make some connection with them, and they wouldn't be so wild. But that's only in the future.
And which one is the strongest animal?
I think elephant. That's my I don't know. That's the strongest and the smartest animal I ever seen in the world. That's my favorite animal.
So, what will be your feeling when you touch any animal with your hand?
Uh, mm, Unfortunately, that's a question that a lot of people ask me, but they really don't know that we had limited time to work with lion, for example, and I haven't got um, a minute to, for example, um, to have 5 minutes to be nearby. We only operate or we only do something fast, and that's like a mechanism of a clock, yes? So we do it together, and that is very fast. So when we are out of a cage, we think, oh my god, we made it, okay. And only then we have that feeling that, oh my god, we were nearby a very big cat or very big bear or something else. So we haven't got in that time where we work, we haven't got any feelings except the target to make everything clear.
So, what kind of food they take?
That depends on the species. For example, tigers, lions, they eat meat, and um, mm, that depends on animals. So dogs are eating their food, elephants are eating their food. So yes,
So, which animal's body you didn't understood till today?
didn't understood
Yeah,
which part of body. Um,
which animal body?
which animal body? Uh, Snakes. Snake. We haven't got a lot of patient that patients that's we haven't got enough snakes in our work, so I don't know how to work with them.
Do you know who created all these animals?
Yes, I think 100% that's God. That's not an evolution.
So, with evolution, what will be the future animals?
Mm, you mean in evolution or what?
Yeah, in
Um,
evolution.
the evolution is very hard to understand because even now we evolve, yes, but we haven't got wings or we haven't got, I mean, people. And I think that evolution is only a word, and that is. Uh, I really don't know what will be in future, but I think that we will be more kind and clever. That's all that I can tell about this.
And what is the role of veterinary doctors on this planet?
Um, Good question, my friend. Not to do bad, always do right. And hmm, if you can solve something without operation, you must solve it without operation. Um, Without surgery, I mean. Um, I think the third rule is connect with people right, because only if the owner of pet understand what's going on, only then the process will be positive. I think this three rule is the main are the main.
Do animals have the same emotions that humans have?
Um, hmm, Good question. Um, I hope yes. I hope yes. But scientists tell us that no. But I hope yes.
Do animals love each other?
Mm, hmm. I think yes. Yes. Because that we can see it in their eyes when they are looking at us.
So you observe animals. So different animals. If you live, in zoo, there will be different animals. So what will be the feeling of the animals if they see other animals? What do they think?
Uh, hmm. Good question. I think that they want freedom, like every person that is in a cage. And but sometimes freedom is dangerous for them because the animal that was in zoo or in circus they cannot live in wild, unfortunately. Only if it is a wild animal from birth. Yes, but if they are always had a connection with people, no, they would die in the wild.
So what is the quality that you observed in animals that you didn't saw in human beings?
What quality? That you mean that's our? Repeat your question, please.
Any particular quality that humans don't have that any particular animal have?
Ah, um, humans. Humans are always worst, the worst animal that is in this world. But I think that kindness, I think that's all. They animals are more kind than people, and unfortunately, yes.
Do animals help each other?
Always, always. Even if we are working with a one tiger in a cage, and there is another one, they try to defend their friends.
So as a human beings, we believe that we have purpose for our life. We are here to do something.
I 100%. So we are here to make our planet better, I think. But unfortunately, that is not the target of a lot of people.
Do animals think the same? Do they think that we are here for some purpose and we have to do something, or they just live because they have to live?
Um, if we if they are if I hope that they understand that they need to be they live not only to live, but if we listen to scientists, they are unfortunately they live only because they live.
So you are seeing different animals. So and different animals have a different time period. They live for 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. So in this way. So why do these animals have different times for to live on this earth?
Mm, hmm. Like human beings, some people live 30 years, some people live 70 years. That depends on the physiological process in the organism. Yes.
Do you understand the DNA of animals?
Do you understand what?
DNA of animals?
Inner of animals.
DNA.
DNA? Me? No, but scientists, yes.
So at last, what do you think about you treating animals and being a doctor for different species on this planet, and you are trying to solve their problems? And what is your feeling? What is your goal of your life?
Uh, I think the goal is treat more animals, and the feeling is that that's the best work in the life. Yes.
So, do you want to say anything to the veterinary doctors or the other doctors or people who are into other professions? You want to tell anything to them?
I think that yes, I want to tell them that colleagues, you're great, and be great always. That's all.
So, as an animal doctor, what do you say about me talking with different country people who are into different professions and who are into different parts of the world?
I think that that's a very great idea, and not only a great idea, but uh, every person must know how the mechanism is in this world. All the mechanism are in this world, and so you make this work. You help to understand people how the universe is working. So thank you very much.
So, I'm a software engineer. I did masters in software engineering. So in future I'm going to work on artificial intelligence. Uh, So we are creating those artificial intelligence machines, understanding the human intelligence. So as an animal
That
doctor, yeah. So as an animal doctor, you believe that all the animals have intelligence. They are doing
uh,
things
I hope so.
because they are
I
able
hope so.
to do things.
I hope though, and I even don't know that you are working in this field, but that's great. I think that we are creating the world in around of us. So yes.
So what do you say to me if I'm a artificial intelligence machine creator, a machine which is created by human? So as animal doctor, do you want me to put any animal quality that is in this machine? Do you have any quality that should be there?
Hmm. Hmm. Good question. Okay. Um, hmm. I think uh, I really don't know what to say. Uh, kindness, kindness. If machine would have kindness, we haven't got a problem. Not to create the machine that would kill us. Yes, and kindness.
So the technologists will be watching and listening to our conversation. They'll keep your thought in the mind, kindness.
That's a question or not? I hope that I'm really interested in this field because I think that that's a future, and you will create this future.
So thank you, doctor, for giving me your valuable time and allowing me to ask few questions. So what do you say about my questioning in this conversation?
What
What do you say about my questioning, my questions in this conversation?
your question were great. They sometimes I don't know what to say, so that's a very clever question. Thank you very much.
Do you want me to share any web links of yours with my audience on YouTube?
Uh, do I want to do what?
Share any links, any web links of yours?
I think that's my Instagram. That's all. That's only for watching that animals are great, and that's all.
Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Of course, my friend.
Yeah.
Yes, of course,
And also, can I put this video and audio clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
of course. That's an honor for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, doctor. Keep going. Keep treating more animals and save animals. You people are making human beings feel better by thinking that there are other species on this planet, and we should think about them and we should take care of them because they have equal right to live on this planet.
You're right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Bye.